So again, we have basically two types of structures. So one is called determinate structure, like this simply supported beam. So what do you mean by determinate structure? If you see this structure, I have one reaction here. So I can have second reaction because it is a pin support. Pin support means it cannot move horizontally. The movement is restrained. If the movement is restrained, there will be a reaction. It cannot move vertically. So there, that means there will be reactions, and but it is free to rotate. At this support, it is possible I can rotate this member like this. Okay, that means I will be having two reaction at the fixed end. So if you have a roller support, I'll be having only one reaction which is normal to the surface. Okay, so here are RA, RB and maybe HA. So if you take a simply supported beam, we'll be having only three reactions. And suppose again if you have a roller support, some inclined surface like this, your reaction direction will be normal to the surface. It won't be always vertical. Okay, normal to the surface, you will be having a normal reaction. There won't be any reaction horizontal this direction. It will be zero. So basically, if you take a simply supported beam means one end will be hinge and other end will be roller support. That is a support condition. So you will be having three unknowns reactions, and for a 2D structure, you will be having three equations of equilibrium: sigma fx 0, sigma fy 0, and moment about is the direction 0. Means x, it is your x direction, and it is your y direction, and the perpendicular to the plane, that is your z direction. Okay. So this is the three equations of equilibrium. We are going to have a 2D structure. But if we have a 3D structure, okay, 2D structure means it can be beam, plane truss, or plane frame, portal frame. 3D structure means it can be space frame. If you have time, we will solve that question also for the indeterminacy calculation, because that also will be asking 3D space frame, how to find out the indeterminacy. 3D means it can be space truss or space frame. So in that case, how many you will be having? Six equations of equilibrium. What are the equations of equilibrium? Sigma fx 0, sigma fy equal to 0, sigma fz equal to 0, then sigma mx equal to 0, sigma my, and sigma mz. So if you have a 2D structure, you will be having three equations of equilibrium, and if you have a 3D structure, you will be having six equations of equilibrium. Okay, anyway, this is a simple 2D structure, this simple determinate beam. So I have three equations and I have three unknowns. That means I can solve all the three unknowns by using only equation of equilibrium. So that type of structure will be calling statically determinate. But suppose if you have a structure like this, fixed beam, roller hinge support, I have a roller support, I'm adding another roller support here. It is a continuous beam. It is a simply supported beam. It is a continuous beam. Continuous beam means there will be more than one span or more than two support. It is a two span continuous beam. So in this case, how many reaction will be there? It is for all hinge support, one reaction, second reaction, another reaction, and here we are going to have four unknowns. Unknown means these reaction values we have to find out. There will be some loading. There will be some loading in the beam. So what is this? There will be reaction due to this force. So there will be four unknowns, but it is a 2D structure, plane structure, that we have only three equations of equilibrium. So that means by using only these equations of equilibrium, so we will not be able to find out all the four unknowns. So I need one extra equation to solve this problem. That extra equation is 4 minus 3 1. This extra equation, how many number extra equation you need, okay, to analyze this structure. Analyze means we are finding out the reaction. That process we are calling analysis. The analysis means we are finding out the reactions, moment, deflection, slope. This process is known as analysis. So to analyze this structure completely, I need one extra equation in addition to these three equations of equilibrium. That extra number equation will be calling static indeterminacy. So in simple way, you can define static indeterminacy equal to number of unknowns. Okay, number of unknowns minus number of equilibrium equation. Okay, number of equilibrium equations. That is if you write in simple formula base, you will get a static indeterminacy is number of unknowns minus number of equilibrium equations. But that is for simple case. If you get a simple problem like the fixed beam or roller support, hinge support, so many roller support, you can maybe this equation is fine. But mainly you will get confused. The problem, you will get a problem like this. You have a frame structure, Okay, and here we have some internal hinge, here some internal hinge, and if you may get a beam problem like this, and here some vertical, this kind of things. This kind of problem only you will get when you come to the exam like GATE or ESE. All this you will get confused if you go with this simple equation. You will not be able to solve any. You can solve only basic equations. Okay, you maybe in class you must have done only basic simple examples only for simple problem you can go with this equation. It is equation correct, but there are some there is some easy techniques to solve it. Can solve for any problem. So that method only I am going to explain. So I am not going to with this equation. It is a simple definition, but you cannot use this one for a problem with so many internal hinge, some vertical link is acting. I will give example, okay, for each and every case. So that is why I am going to define your static indeterminacy slightly in a different way. Okay. So basically static indeterminacy we have two parts. Okay. So one is called uh, external external static indeterminacy. So another one is internal. Okay, so first of all we have two types of indeterminacy itself. One is static and one is kinematic. So anyway I'm not talking anything about kinematic, we don't have time also. So I will be discussing only static um, only indeterminacy. We have two types, one is static indeterminacy and second one is kinematic or degree of freedom. Okay, that part I'm not discussing today, maybe we'll discuss some other day. So again if we come to the static indeterminacy, two types, static and kinematic. And static indeterminacy we have two types. One is called external, means two, not two types, two parts. One is external static indeterminacy and second one is internal static indeterminacy. You must be familiar with all this term. The external static indeterminacy, maybe I'm just using some notation nx. It is internal and it is for static indeterminacy, total static indeterminacy. And total static indeterminacy, that is external plus internal. Okay, so external static indeterminacy means like this. Suppose if we have a structure, if we have some structure something like this. I'm just taking a truss for example. Okay, so we will look at only the support condition. How many reactions are there in the support? How many reactions are this there in the support? So this we will be looking only at the external support condition, and accordingly we will see how many unknowns are there, how many equations I have. So that difference, that is your external static indeterminacy. We will not go to the member level. Okay, because if you take a truss structure, if you apply some load, there will be member forces, there will be reaction at the support. All these are unknowns. All the support reactions are unknowns, member force also unknowns. There will be some member force tensile force, some are compressive force. All these are unknowns. So while talking about external static indeterminacy, we will not go to the member level. We will be seeing only the support condition. Based on support condition we will find out how many unknowns and how many equations we have. That different, we will take the structure as a whole. Okay, that is your external static indeterminacy. Internal means we will go to the member level. We will go to the how many internal member force we have as an unknown. Then we can find out the internal static indeterminacy. So if suppose if you get a question, you find out static indeterminacy of the some given beam or some structure. The question is you have to find out the total static indeterminacy only. Okay, it will not mention internal or external. Simply it will mention question will be like determine the static indeterminacy of the given structure. That means you have to find total static indeterminacy. Sometimes in question it will ask specifically for trusses and all, find out external static indeterminacy or find out internal. Then only you have to find out this separate. Otherwise you have to find always the total static indeterminacy only. Okay, so I will give a very simple equation, then I will explain how to find out this. So if you just understand that, you just understand that method, you take any question, any difficult question, you will be able to solve it. Okay, any doubt in any question, you apply this method after completing that theory part. If you apply that method to any question, you will be able to solve without any doubt. Okay, the external static indeterminacy, that is simply your the number of unknowns minus number of equations. This actually will give you only the external static indeterminacy. Okay, it's number of unknowns minus number of equations. So internal static indeterminacy. Okay, I will give the equation for, okay, internal static indeterminacy. Okay, it is a total static indeterminacy. Okay, so I will just give the equation first. The total static indeterminacy, I will use this equation nx plus ni. Okay, I'm just writing like this. I will explain. It is your equation. It is the equation I'm going to explain. Nx minus ni minus nr. Okay, so here, so nx is your external static indeterminacy. Okay, so now that is number of unknowns minus number of equations. You have to just look at this support condition for the given structure, how many support reactions are unknowns, and how many equations equilibrium. That is fixed. It is 3 for 2D structure, 6 for space 3D structure. Okay, and this ni term, okay, ni is, I will write 3 times c. Okay, I will explain this. The c means number of, I think I will explain with the help of a frame, but you can use this equation for frame, beam, everywhere. Okay, and not for the truss. You can apply for frame like this portal, frame structure like this, you can go for. Okay, so the ni, the term ni is 3 times c, where c is the number of I will explain it. Okay, number of closed loops, number of, how many number of closed loops in the structure. Okay, maybe I will explain it how it is coming. Okay, now I am explaining for 2D structure only. Okay, I am explaining for 2D structure only. And your nr, okay, nr, this nr in this equation, that is your number of force releases. Okay, number of force releases. Okay, so that is your equation. It is your equation for total static indeterminacy n, nx plus ni minus nr. So now I will explain. Now we'll see. Suppose if we have a I will come to this. Okay, after this I will give an simple example first. Simply supported, we have already seen this one. So what is your static indeterminacy? Already you know, this is your 1 2 reactions. It is your question 1. Okay, so I have 2 reactions, 3 4 total reactions, number of unknowns are 4 and number of equations are 3. So your static indeterminacy is 1. Okay, suppose if we have this question, so you are going to have a hinge, you are going to have a hinge in the beam. So this beam is ABC. The first beam ABC without any internal hinge, 2 span beam, indeterminacy or total static indeterminacy or simple indeterminacy, that is unknowns are 4 minus equations are 3. Okay, so indeterminacy is 1. So now I am adding a internal hinge. It is an internal hinge in the beam. Okay, so it is an internal hinge in the beam. So what if you add a internal hinge, what will happen? This hinge will give you 1 extra equations. So currently I have 4 unknowns. Okay, I have 4 unknowns. I have 3 equations. This hinge will give you 1 extra equations, because at the hinge, if you take this point as D, hinge will give an extra equation. Your moment at hinge is going to be 0. That means your equations are going to become 3 plus 1, 4 equations. So what is the static indeterminacy of this beam? That is number of unknowns minus equations. Okay, so unknowns are 2 plus 1 plus 1 4, equations are 3 equations I already have. Sigma fx equal to 0, sigma fy equal to 0, and moment about z equal to 0, or about any ABC. That is the equation. 3 equations already I have, and in addition to 3 equations I am going to get an extra equation because of this hinge. So this structure you will get one more extra equation. So this is going to be a 0. That means this structure is statically determinate. So what do you mean by determinate structure? Your static indeterminacy will be 0. For this structure is statically determinate structure, you can analyze this structure by using only available equations of equilibrium. So the equation of equilibrium is 3 and 1 extra equation. So you can analyze this structure completely with the help of only equations. That is a difference. When you have a hinge, you have to add 1 equations. Okay, so now I will give a general equation. Suppose if we have a so this is simple. For the beam, again, if you have another hinge, what is the static indeterminacy? That is number of unknowns are 4. Okay, number of equations are 3. Here you will get 1 extra equation, and here I will get another extra equation. Okay, so you will get 1 plus 1. So the static indeterminacy will become minus. So once it is becoming 4 minus 5 negative, that means your structure is this structure. Before this hinge, the structure indeterminacy 0, it is stable structure. Indeterminacy 0 means the structure is stable, and I can analyze the structure by using all the equations of equilibrium only. You can find out everything. But once your if static indeterminacy is negative, the structure is unstable. Now this structure is unstable because I have your unknowns are 4 and equations are more. That means your structure is going to be unstable. That is also, I think you must be knowing that theory part. So basically the indeterminacy defined only for a stable structure. If static indeterminacy is more than 0, like 1, 2, 3, what is the meaning? Your available unknowns are more, available equations are less. That means that structures are indeterminate but stable. And if indeterminate is 0, the meaning is your structure is determinate and stable most of the case. Determinate and stable. But static indeterminacy is negative or less than 0 means your structure is um, it means you have more equations than your unknowns. Okay, and the structure is going to be, it is unstable structure. It is an unstable structure. Okay, it is an unstable structure. So that if you introduce a hinge, this is a difference in the indeterminacy calculation. Okay, now I will give a general equation. You have to remember only that for the hinge, so that you can solve any problem with the hinge, because you will get problem like this. You may have a frame. Okay, you will come across this kind of question. I have a hinge here, a hinge, so you should not get confused, because you just understand this technique so that you can solve all these questions very easily without any confusion. You can solve it. A hinge is coming here, so how many equations you have to take? For that shortcut I am going to give you. Okay, you have to just okay, this equation, these are called number of force release. So in this equation I have a term nr, that is a number of force release. So this is actually releasing a moment. If you take a beam like this, you take a beam like this without any hinge, there is a moment value. By introducing a hinge, you are releasing the moment at that point. Okay, that is why that is the term here I am taking, n number of force release. Simply finally you have to use this equation only. I am just trying to explain that concept only. You just listen. Okay, suppose the number of force release. Okay, this term I will explain. Force release, the first case, it can be hinge. There may be internal hinge in the beam. There will be internal hinge in the beam. Okay, so then the number of force release, so you have to, this is the number of force release, like so nr, the value of nr you have to take, it is m minus 1. So where m is the number of members. Okay, number of members connected to hinge. Number of members connected to hinge. So in the previous example, this was your question. This is your beam. Here I have a hinge. How many members are connected to this hinge? Hinge number 1, 2 members. So you will get how many extra equations, or that extra equation we will be calling number of force release. Okay, we are releasing the moment at the section. That will be simply 2 minus 1. That is why we are taking it as 1. Suppose if we get a case like this, we will see all examples. Okay, we will see, because only theory it won't be clear completely. If you get a situation like this, I have a hinge, internal hinge, but 4 members, 1, 2, 3 and 4 members are meeting at this internal hinge. So you will be getting m minus 1. So you have to take, you will get 3 extra equation. In that case you have to get 3 extra equation, because if you get a complex problem, if you think too much, you will make a mistake. So that is why you just understand the technique, how to solve the question, difficult complex problem for the indeterminate calculation. You just apply that. So that is the method. In the number of force release, this term, this is a simple equation for a 2D structure, for 2D frame. Number of force release due to internal hinge is m minus 1, where m is the number of members connected to that hinge. Okay, connected to that hinge. If we have situation like this, you are going to get extra 3 equation. That extra equation we have to reduce. Okay, that is why I have written the equation. I will explain again. That is why I have written this equation like this, minus nr. So another case, it is the first case. post release, in the case of internal hinge, you are going to get another m minus 1 extra equations. Okay, m is the number of members. So another case is you have, what I'm trying to explain, I'm not focusing on simple example. Okay, simple problem is like this: we have a simple cantilever beam, sorry, simple continuous beam, like this, fixed and these all are simple problem. There is no difficulty. Here I have three unknowns. Here I have one unknown, three unknown. Total 7 minus 3. Static independence is 4. This kind of question you nobody will ask. Okay, these are all basic. We just apply these equations. I just want to discuss some difficult questions only. Okay, so that you can solve difficult question as well as easy question. Okay, okay, just listen. That is the first case for the forced release internal hinge, and second case, this one, link. Okay, if we have a link in the structure, the link means, I will give an example. Suppose if we have a simply supported beam like this. Here I have a member, it is your beam. So this is your, suppose this is your question. Okay, I have a roller support here, I have a hinge here, this I have a hinge, it is like, it is a link. Okay, it is a link, it will mention the question. It is a link, it is a link. Okay, here I have an internal hinge, it is your internal hinge. So it is your internal hinge. So this is your question. And if we have a link in the structure, okay, what is the meaning link in the structure? Means link means this kind of member we have. Okay, so if you take this part, so if you okay, if you link mean this part, okay, this is your link. So this link will give you extra two equations. We have seen the internal hinge will give you, this internal hinge will give you one extra equation, that is a moment at hinge equal to 0. But why moment at hinge? Because if you have, what is the internal hinge? If you have a hinge like this, it is free to rotate about the hinge. Okay, hinge mean, we can assume if you have two members, you insert some pin or something. Okay, that means this structure I can rotate, it is free to rotate, I can rotate like this. So if it is free to rotate, that means there is no moment. It is free to rotate means there is no moment, there is no restraint against rotation. It is free to rotate, that means there is no moment. That is why we are taking the equation moment at the hinge is 0. We are getting extra equation for the complex problem like this. Okay, so that case we have to remember this equation. The number of extra equation, the number of force release for a due to an internal hinge is equal to m minus 1, where m is the number of members connected to that hinge. Okay, so that is a hinge. So what is the effect of a link? If we have a link, like suppose if link, so this I will explain the concept link. A link means this kind of members. Link can transfer. Okay, link can transfer. The internal hinge means cannot transfer the moment, it is free to rotate, cannot transfer the moment from one member to another member. Okay, the link can transfer only vertical. So link can transfer only vertical reaction, vertical force. That means if you apply some force here in the beam, so whatever force you apply, this force, this member can transfer to this part of the beam, or this member, it can transfer this force, there won't be any problem. But if you suppose if you apply horizontal force to this member, link is, it will looks like, you can assume it is kind of like this is your link. If you apply force, it is not rigid. Okay, it is not a continuous member, rigid, it is not rigid. Link means you can assume it is something like this, two hinges are there. If you apply horizontal force like this, what will happen to this structure? It may deform, it may if you apply horizontal force like this, so it can like suppose if you apply force like this, so it can so at this case it can deform like this, means there is no so it cannot transfer the horizontal force, it will just, there is no, it is free to so it will just deform like this if you apply horizontal force. And similarly, if you try to rotate the member beam about the link, okay, this is a link, this member. So if you apply some moment also, this it may rotate. Okay, this part, this link can transfer only the vertical reactions, so it cannot transfer any horizontal reaction and cannot transfer any moment. That is why, and the link will give you two extra equation or extra two equation. That equations are sigma fx equal to 0, horizontal force 0, and also your moment also 0. So this, if you have a link in the structure, you will get two extra equations. Okay, for one link you will get two extra equations, like your hinge. In this case, hinge will give one extra equation, that is moment equal to 0, moment about hinge is 0. Similarly, if you have a link, this kind of link in the structure, so this can transfer only the vertical force. If you apply vertical force, it will transfer to this member, but if you apply horizontal force or moment, it cannot transfer. That is why the horizontal force at the hinge location, you can, this link location, you can take, you will get extra condition, that is 0, and moment also 0. So finally you have to remember the link will give you two extra equation, or two, there will be two force release. For sigma fx will be 0 and sigma m is equal to 0. So you will get two extra equation for the link location. So you have to remember these two for with for the this term, number of force release. Okay, so I think I will take this example, I will write neatly, I will explain them. This is your structure fixed end. Here I have roller support, here I have hinge, and this is internal hinge. Okay, so I am taking a b, so a b c, okay, d, okay, okay, this is your question, and this is a link. So we have to find static indeterminacy. Okay, so your static indeterminacy equal to, so this is your external static indeterminacy plus this is your equation nx plus ni minus nr. Okay, this ni equal to 3c, this I will explain after this. Okay, because this will I can explain with the help of only frame. It is actually internal static indeterminacy. Okay, this together you can take, it is internal static indeterminacy. Ni will be equal to 3 times c closed loops, that is your ni. Nr is the force release. So first we can find it is the external static indeterminacy. Okay, this together, this much quantity, this is the internal static indeterminacy. Okay, so what is your external static indeterminacy? You have to see only support. So at this support I have reaction 1, 2, okay, and here 3. So then I have support this 1, 2, 3. For a fixed support I will be having 3 reactions, 4, 5, 6. So external static indeterminacy, and next, that is unknowns are 6, equations are 3 for a 2D structure. So that external static indeterminacy will be 3. Okay, so now internal static indeterminacy, it is not internal, I mean internal means the confusing with this internal static indeterminacy, that is actually the together ni minus nr, this together only we will be calling internal static indeterminacy. So this one is a, okay, I have to explain that also. Okay, we can find out the number of force release, how many force release are there. At the internal hinge I will be getting one equations, right? At the link I will be getting another two equations, sigma fx 0 horizontal and sigma m. So total in this beam the force release will be 1 from here, okay, and 2 from the link. So this will be 3. Okay, and this is the ni is the 3 times c, where c is the number of closed loop. Okay, that I have to explain. The closed loop means, okay, again I have to explain that. Suppose if you take a frame structure like this, okay, because this closed loop will be 0 for all the beam question. Okay, because if you take a frame structure like this is a closed loop 1, it is a closed loop 2. So in this case the number of closed loops, c value will be 2. Okay, so that I'll explain for the frame case, then it will be clear. For the time being you can say this beam, this c value will be always 0, the number of closed loop, the c value will be 0. So the ni value will be 3 times c, that is 3 into 0, that is 0. So now we can find total static indeterminacy, that is 3 nx plus ni is 0. This equation I am using, this equation nx plus ni minus nr. okay, minus nr is 3. So this structure is a static indeterminate 0. It is a statically determinate structure, determinate and stable. It is a, so 2 points you have to be clear now. The internal hinge will give you m minus 1 number of force release, nr. M means two numbers, two members, so m minus 1 is 2 minus 1, 1 here, and this link will give you two extra equation or two extra force release. So that is why nr is again 1 plus 2, total 3. This is, anyway, it is very clear. External static indeterminacy, simply you have to look at the support conditions, support reaction, so you can find out uh, from that minus equation equilibrium. So finally this is the equation you can use for any question, okay. Nx plus ni minus nr. So ni is 3 times c, the closed loop. So why c, why 3 times, that I actually have to explain it, okay. So but for the beam, c value will be 0 always, okay. So I think I have to explain little bit about the c, why you are taking the c, okay. So a frame structure like this, this is a frame. So this equation I want to explain actually. I think it is not clear to you now. Nx plus ni minus nr. So this equation I want to explain. Once this equation clear now, you can solve any questions. I think nx part is already clear. Only this ni and nr, maybe you may have some doubt. Okay. Suppose if you take a frame structure, what is the static indeterminacy of this simple frame? So you know it is 6 minus 3. So at this fixed support, I'll be having 3 unknowns. This fixed support, I'll be having 3 unknowns. The static indeterminacy will be total unknowns minus equations. Total unknowns are 6 and equations are 3. So your static indeterminacy here, it is simply 3. Okay. But you know this frame structure, if you take a cut in this frame, if you take a cut along this member, how many internal force will be there in a frame member? Because if you take a beam, okay, if you take a beam, if you take any beam, if you take a section, if you take a cut in the section, there will be two unknowns. There will be a shear force and there will be bending moment. Similarly, if you take a frame member, okay, if you take a frame member, if you take a cut like this, you cut this section, this is fixed, and if you take a cut in this section in the along this frame member, you will have, in generally I'm telling, in general you will be having a vertical force, you will be having some axial force component, and you will be having a moment. For each cut you will get 3 internal force or 3 unknowns, okay, 3 unknowns, okay. So you will have 3, but these are not no unknowns, because if you solve this, if you know these 3 value, I know this 3 value, if you know these 3 value, I can find out this value, because you take a section along this cut and then you can apply the equation equilibrium. This value and this value should be equal for the sigma f by equal to 0. So this is the free body diagram for the cut section left side. So if you know this value, I can find out this value, and if you know this value, I can find out this value, and if you know this, all the 3 value, I can find out this moment also. That means these 3 are not unknowns, okay. These 3 are not unknown. That is why we are taking only 3 unknowns, and 3 unknowns, total 6 unknowns minus 3 equations equilibrium. That is why your static indeterminacy is 3. But if you have a one more story, if you have a one more story like this, we have a one more story like this. So again, what is the static indeterminacy of this structure? Now it will become a little complicated, okay. That is why I want, so I try to understand this method completely, because if you get this equation completely, if you understood, you can solve this all the question, okay. You can solve any difficult question without thinking much. There won't be any confusion. You have to take what is the value, all those. So if you take this structure, again you will be having 3 unknowns here, okay. Again I will be having 3 unknowns here. So I'm going to take, there will be how many unknowns, because we have see, if you take a truss member, what are the unknowns? Unknowns are not only at the support, and these are not, this is not the only the unknowns, because if you take a truss, if you take a simple structure like truss, this support reactions are unknowns, okay. And there will be, each member will have some member force, and that is also unknown. You have to find out. That is why you are doing method of analysis, some You are analyzing it, you are finding out. So all these are unknowns. Okay, some are external, some are internal. The total you have to consider when you are finding out the total static indeterminacy. So that is why if you take a section, if you take a structure like this, you cut these members. Okay, you cut members like this, because once you cut, you then only will get the unknowns. So what will happen if you take a cut along this? You don't need to remember all those things. Okay, finally you just understand. After understanding, you don't need to remember all this. You don't need to do like all this procedure. It is don't think that it is complicated. Okay, it is simple. It is simple. You take a cut, you divide, you take a cut along this vertical section. Your frame will become like this. So I have these three unknowns. So anyway, I have external unknowns are 3 plus 3. Okay, external reactions are 6 reactions. So I have 3 reactions here, and if you take a cut in a frame member, in general there will be one axial force, one shear force component, and one moment. And for this member there will be one axial force, one shear force, and one moment. So now we can think a little bit, like in this case, suppose I had only one story frame. We have seen in this case these three are unknowns. If I know this unknown, I can find out these three unknowns. If I find out this value, I will be able to get this value. That is why this is not an unknown. I am not counting these three. While solving this problem, I am counting only 6 minus 3. But if you get a two-story frame, these three, if I know, maybe this anyway, this will not be an unknown, because this can be solved from this simple example you have got. But how will you solve these three? It is an unknown. That unknown you have to count. This unknown you have to count. That is that due to that unknown there will be some indeterminacy. That is your internal static indeterminacy. That will contribute. This unknown will contribute to the internal static indeterminacy. Is it clear, this part? I will just complete this discussion, then we can stop. At least I want you to be clear in this. How many are there? Okay. Is this point is clear? These three also I have to count as an unknowns.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. So now we'll come to the final point. Now I'll give the simple method. Okay, don't need to remember all those, and then your problem will be very complicated, because I am just trying to explain. If I give a formula substitute, then it will be clear. 5 minutes only I will take, but I am trying to explain this. What is this C and what is this 3? This part I am trying to explain it so that you can understand better. Okay, this is the case. I have to take this also as unknown while finding out the internal static indeterminacy. Okay, so now I will take a problem. So if it is a problem, the first simple problem. So what is the static indeterminacy? Simple. External I have 3. Okay, here also 3. Static indeterminacy is number of unknown reactions are 3 plus 3 6 minus number of equations 3. Your answer is 3. Okay, so now I am adding to this problem. Okay, let it be here. Second problem. This is your frame. Now with a two-story frame, the static indeterminacy, that is, now I am writing the equation, your equation, that is Nx external static indeterminacy plus Ni minus Nr. Okay, this together you can call it is internal static indeterminacy. Okay, internal static indeterminacy. So now I will see what is the Nx value. While finding out this external static indeterminacy, you look at this only for the support reactions. Okay, 3 plus 3 6 minus 3. The external static indeterminacy will be 3. It is not a static, it is only external. So I want to find total. Okay, your question will be simply will be asking what is the static indeterminacy. That will be only the total static indeterminacy. Okay, if sometime question will ask in separate internal how much, then only you have to go for separate. Okay, so otherwise you have to always give the total. So then what is your NR in this case? There is no internal hinge, there is no link kind of thing, so NR will be 0. Number of forced release means you have to remember two things. One is the internal hinge, m minus 1 equations, and vertical link, it will come only in beam, 2 extra equations. This part is not there, so NR is simply 0. NR is simply 0. And what is the value of Ni? So now we can understand the equation. Ni is the equation. Now we have to remember only Ni is this Ni is 3 times C. Okay, what is C? C is the number of closed loop. Because if you take any section, there will be three internal reaction. Okay, there will be three internal reaction. That is why the 3 is here. So in this frame, the number of closed loop is this one. This is a closed loop. The ground story, it is an open. Okay, this is a, it will not, it is closed. Now it is closed. Like if you join something, it is closed. It is a open loop. So this is the only you have to count as a closed loop. So that is why in this case where C value is 1. Okay, so that means where Ni will be 3 into 1. So where total static indeterminacy, this will be equal to Nx is 3. Okay, Ni is 3. Okay, minus Nr is 0. 3 plus 3, 6 minus 0. Your answer is 6. That is the static indeterminacy of this structure. So why I am counting only this one? That concept I was trying to explain here. Only the ground story, that 3 unknowns will automatically this will be a non-value because of this. Okay, but the second floor, the first floor coming over the ground floor, the ground story, this unknown we have to consider. That is why the simple method, you just count how many closed loops are there in the structure, then you can find out this 3C the value of C, and then you can find out the force Nr value is very simple. So this is how we have to solve it. Okay, just I will give a little big structure, then we can wind up. Okay, that little complicated means it will look complicated if you are using a conventional method, external minus in that unknowns minus equation, that formula if you are following, then it will be complicated for you. It is fixed support. This is your so here I have an internal hinge. Now you just understood the equations explanation, I hope. So now you just remember, don't think too much. Once you get a question, it may look complicated. Okay, it can be, okay, I will take, for example, I will take it a hinge. Just for the example, I will take it a hinge. Okay, I will bring different type of support. I am keeping it roller. These are fixed support, and here I have a hinge. So now you just, once you get the question, you just write the equation static indeterminacy. The total static indeterminacy equal to nx is external plus ni minus nr. What is the value of external static indeterminacy? You look at the only for the support. Here I have three unknowns, 1 unknowns roller, 2 unknown hinge, 3 plus 3 6, 1 7 and 9. Total unknowns are 9. How many equations? It is a 2D frame, plane frame, so equations are remains 3. So 9 minus 3, 6, that is your external static indeterminacy. So what is the value of Ni? That is 3 times closed loop. For every closed loop, you will have 3 equations, 3 unknowns, because if you take a cut, you will get 3 internal folds are unknown. That is why 3 into C. C is the number of
So that NX will be 9.
3 plus 3, 6, 1 at the roller support, 2 at the hinge.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I think you took all support are fixed, no? Just for because we don't have much time to do the different, that's why I just gave the different support. Okay, if you, okay, so this Ni is 3 times. The thing is, if you remember this equation, you will be able to solve it. Okay, if you by heart this 3C, what is the closed loop? This is a closed loop 1, it is another closed loop 2. These are open. To solve the question, you have to just by heart it, but thing is, before by hearting you should understand it. That is why we spend more time. Okay, so now you have to do what is C, number of closed loop 1 2, these are open, so C value are 2. So what is the value of Ni? That is 3 into 2, 6. So what is the value of Nr? So Nr is the number of force release, that is, here I have a hinge. So what is the value of it? Is m minus 1. How many members? 1 2 3 4 members, that is 4 minus 1, that is 3. So finally your total static indeterminacy n equal to nx is 6 minus 6 plus what is ni, 6 minus nr is, because why minus, because if you have a forced release you are getting one extra equation, that is why we are taking the minus. Okay, that is okay. I think that that should be clear. Okay, you should not add it. Okay, it is reducing your unknown because you are getting extra equations there. So this nr is 3. So finally your answer will be 12 minus 3, your answer is 9. So static indeterminacy is 9. So you don't need to worry if you get any actually beam also I have to solve some more problem, but time is less. So if you get any frame, big frame, whatever it is you can solve
Excuse
it.
me, sir.
Yeah, yes,
Excuse me, sir. Sir, can you please show the nx equal to 6 in the frame?
okay. So here I have a reaction. So yeah, so also you have to, don't go with the numbers, always try to make like this. It is here I have 3, here it is fixed support 3,
Yes, sir.
here roller support 1, hinge pin support 2. Okay, so total unknowns are,
Yes, sir.
nx is not unknowns. Okay, nx is unknowns minus equations. Okay, how many extra unknowns you have from your equation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is your nx value. Okay, so that is your 6. Okay, it is clear now. This if this should be clear. If this problem is clear, you can, I think you can solve any question from the frame. How big the frame does not matter, you can solve it very easily.
Sir, no, sir, this is not my doubt.
Oh, what is your doubt?
Sir, you were sir, this three fixed supports 3 reaction will sir, actually I am unable to understand this 6 in the frame.
So what is this nx? That is external static indeterminacy. Okay, nx is external static indeterminacy. It is equal to number of unknowns, number of unknown reaction at the support minus number of equilibrium equations. How many number of unknown reactions? 9. How many number of equilibrium equations we have for a 2D frame? 3. This is 6. I cannot show 6 in the frame. It has no significance. It is just a number. This number indicate I have 3 equations only, but I have another 6 more unknown reactions. Total I have 9 reactions. This 6 indicates the extra equation you need to solve. Only for external static indeterminacy is concerned. Okay.
Okay, sir.
This 6 I cannot show in the frame. Okay, if you are solving a degree of freedom question, kinematic indeterminacy, then I can show final indeterminacy, because that is a displacement component. I can draw in the frame itself what are those displacement, because this I cannot show. Okay, this is not the reactions I have shown. This is a 9 reactions. Okay, it is clear now.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is the answer for this one? Tell me the answer. All of you solve and tell me. Find out total static indeterminacy.
There are two hinged.
Yeah, 2 hinge. Tell me the answer. 2 support are fixed. This is a hinge, it is a hinge. After this, tell me this one also. Okay,
Sir, first one is what? 3.
3.
first one final answer is 3. Final answer or n?
Final answer.
Okay, so nx is 3 and ni is
3.
3 into c 1, 3 into 1 3, and number of force release is
2 plus 1.
here I have going to get m minus 1 2, 2 plus 1 3. The finally equation is nx plus ni minus nr. So final answer is 3. So what is the answer for this one?
3.
It is also 3. Nx is
No. No,
3
1.
plus 2 minus 3.
1.
Sir, 1.
Okay, 2, and Ni is 3 into C. What is the value of C? 0. Because here there is no closed loop. Here I have a one closed loop. Here the value of C is 0. So 3 into 0. And number of force release 2 members, so 1. The final answer is 2 plus 0 minus 1. The final answer is 1. So I think it is clear. Okay, so this is the frame. I think you will be able to solve for any kind of frame. If you give another frame like this, it is a rigid frame. It is a rigid frame structure. By looking at the question, you don't be afraid. Sometimes suppose I'm giving question like this. Well, this is the question. So 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So what is the answer for this question? It is a rigid frame structure, not arch. Okay, it is a rigid frame structure. So what is the static indeterminacy of this structure? Try to solve it. It is a rigid frame structure. Basic methodology you have to follow. First is external static indeterminacy. Two unknowns here. Here one unknown.
21.
Yeah, 21, correct. So I will just solve it. 3 minus 3 0. Internal Ni equal to not internal, Ni equal to 3 into C. What is the value of C? 1 closed loop, second 3 4 5 6 7. So 3 into 7 21. And what this value Nr is, there is no internal hinge, 0. The final answer is Nx plus Ni minus Nr. Okay, this is static indeterminacy. So the answer is 21. So whatever is the question, you just follow this simple equations. Just count the closed loop. It is a shortcut technique. Okay, you don't think, because now you understood what is C and what is why it is 3. Everything you understood. For a 2D frame, to take a cut, you will get 3 equations of equilibrium, 3 internal force. That is why this 3 is coming. Okay, so why we have to count only closed loop, that also we have explained before. Okay, so now for the all the 2D frame structure we can solve it. If you come to a frame, there will be space frame also. Actually that anyway there is no time. I have some problem from the space frame, 3D frame, that also can be asked in the exam. Same procedure, but there is some difference. Okay,
Sir,
also I want space frame in this kind of.
sir, there are generally two types of beams or frames you will get. One is pin jointed and
No, that is pin jointed frame in truss. Okay, it is a 2D truss. It can be a 3D truss like this, tower structure like this. It is a 3D. Similarly, it is a 2D frame which we solved in the class today. It is a 2D frame. So it is a 3D frame. The frame, what is the difference? There are two types of frame. One is called pin jointed frame. Okay, pin jointed frame, and second one is rigid jointed frame. Okay, and again pin jointed frame can be 2D or plane frame. It can be 3D or space frame. And here also it can be 2D or 3D. Okay, a pin jointed frame means your members joints will be pin joints. Okay, like this. That is a, what you will call it is a truss. It is a truss. The rigid jointed frame means your building frame, beam column. It will be rigid joint. That rigid joint means at the joints it can transfer the moment also. If you bend, it will be, all this will be studying in the SZ2. Okay, in the frame analysis. The rigid joint frame means the joint is different. The joint can transfer the moment also. But if you have a pin joint frame means it cannot transfer the moment. It can transfer only the axial force. That is the difference between frame and a truss. Okay, so we have discussed rigid jointed frame in the 2D case. 3D case, if you want, I will explain in any of the class. Anyway, today not time. Pin jointed frame in truss. Pin jointed frame in joints are pin joints. It cannot transfer the moment. It can transfer only the axial force. In the rigid jointed frame, this kind of frame, the joints are rigid. That means if you apply some force, there may be some deflection or deformation. After deformation also this joint, no, the angle between two members are 90 before. After deforming also this angle will keep 90. It will deform like this only. After deforming, your beam is here, column is here, but this angle it will keep as 90 degree. And that means your because of this loading acting in the beam, your column also bending. That means your moment is transformed. Moment is transferring from one member to other member. But that won't happen in the case of truss. The simple truss means you are finding only axial force. No, there is no moment and shear force. We are finding only the axial force. The moment will not transfer here. But here at the joints are rigid joints, the moment also will transfer. Okay.
Sir, in the link, in the example where you gave the link, can you say the expression again and how, where there was a internet link, it was m minus 1. For the link, what will be the expression?
A link means for every link you are going to have two NR will be two equations you are going to get. Sigma fx equal to 0 and moment equal to 0, like sigma fx equal to 0 and sigma moment will be equal to 0.
Sir, how?
I will take an example. If you have time, I will take an example.
Yes.
This is your question. I slightly modified the previous example. Again we got another support. Okay, I can explain this one also here. It is a fixed end. It is your link. It is your link. Okay, and here I have a roller support. So find out total static indeterminacy of this structure. Second equation is same, nx plus ni minus nr. So for the beam, ni equal to 3 into c. So now you can understand, because now it is clear. For the beam there is no concept of the closed loop. Okay, that concept is coming only for the frame. Okay, only for the rigid jointed frame. So this c will be 0. I think it is clear. But there is no closed loop in the beam. Okay, so this is 0. And what is the value of nx? Total support reaction here I have 3, and here I have roller support 1. And what about this support? Do you know this support? What is this support?
No, sir.
Okay, this is also will be asking many times in the exam. So it is we have hints. Yeah, it is a pin support, it is a roller support, or it is also roller support. Okay, so all these and fixed support. The another type is this can be something like this. This one I think we will call we can call it is one name is a slider support. Okay, because this kind of question only will be asking in the competitive exam. Okay, it is slider support or it is called vertical shear release. Okay, I will just explain it. Practically you won't find this kind of support, but in question you will get. Practically support can be fixed support only. Mostly the fixed support, the meaning is if you have a beam. Okay, if you have a building, no, if you have a column, beam column, and you have a beam. So actually how we are making this beam and column in the real site, they are casting column and beam together, monolithic construction. That joint we can take it as a fixed joint. Okay, there will be steel bars overlapping in between steel and column and your beam. That is your fixed support concept actually. Okay, so reality all support may be fixed only, but we will see this kind of support also there will be sometimes. Okay, I will show some photographs sometimes the what is pin support and how it will looks in some real structures. But anyway, it is a slider support, or it also called in vertical shear release. The meaning is if you take a fixed support, I will be having horizontal reaction, I will be having vertical reaction, and I also have this moment. Okay,
Please, please.
if you have a fixed support, we are going to have three reactions, two reaction and one moment, three unknowns. But this kind of support, the meaning is you can see this is a kind of representation. It is not the real support, may not be like this. It is a how you are going to represent that fixed joint. You will draw like this. If you have roller support, we will draw like this. That is a representation of support in a just for simple drawing. This support means it can move, it can move in this direction. It can move vertical. There is no reaction. There is no restraint against the movement in the vertical direction. But there will be reactions, and there will be moment also. It can move freely in the vertical direction. It can slide simply. Like if you have a beam like this, slider support, if you apply some load, it can move. It can move in this vertical direction. There is no restraints. That means this reaction will be zero, but there will be restraint against this motion, and also it cannot rotate freely. It will just slide like this. It will not bend like this. It will just slide like this. There is no restraint against this motion. That means this reaction will be zero, but there will be reaction, horizontal reaction, as well as there will be the moment. That is the specialty of this support. The slider support means if you have a support like this, there will be two reactions. One is horizontal and second one is moment. There will be two unknowns. There won't be the vertical reaction. It can simply slide like this. If you apply the load, it will keep on moving in this vertical direction. That is the specialty of this support. So that you can have one unknown horizontal reaction, and there will be second unknowns are the moment. Okay. This is the only difference. The slider support, it can sometimes you will get this kind of support, horizontal slider support. That means there will be reaction, vertical reaction, and there will be moment also. It can move in the x direction. It can move in this direction. It can move in this x direction. It can just slide. That is you can see this some kind of roller I have drawn. It can move in vertical direction in this case. So that means there is no reaction against that movement. There is no restraint. So this is zero, but there will be one horizontal reaction. There will be one moment. So is that clear? That
Yes.
So you just add this one to this support, because this support we are not familiar before. So all these we are already familiar. You just add this one to this. You are not. Okay. So that means I have two unknowns here, and I have one unknowns here. It is a roller support. Okay. So 2 plus 1 3, and here 3. So total I think there is no space to write. So what is the value of nx? That is 2 plus 1 3 plus 3 6. 6 minus 3. So external static indeterminacy is 3. I think that is clear. Now what is the value of ni? Already we got 0. External is 3, ni is 3 into c. The closed loop is 0 for a beam, definitely. And what is the value of nr? So nr means if you have a link, there will be two force release. Okay, the link can transfer only the vertical force. So the force release are the sigma fx is 0. You will get one extra equation in the link, and also the moment is 0. If you want to solve, either you can just remember the link means you will have two extra equation. That is your nr. Nr for link is 2. For the hinge will be always m minus 1. Okay. So here you are going to get two extra equations, these two. So that will be added to the nr. Nr is 2 in this case. So nr is 2. So finally your answer is static indeterminacy will be nx plus ni minus nr. So the answer is 1. Okay, answer is 1. So for the link there will be two force release. That is sigma fx 0, sigma m is 0. And if you have a hinge here, there will be only one force release, m minus 1. Two members, so 2 minus 1. What is that equation? That is sigma m equals 0, because the hinge means I can rotate freely. Free to rotate, so the moment is 0. It is in link location, there can be the horizontal displacement is possible. Also if the link can rotate, the link can maybe rotate like this, can rotate at this section. But if you apply vertical force, it can transfer the force. Okay, that is why we have to take these two. The link, there will be two force release, and for the hinge there will be m minus 1 number of force release. So accordingly you can find out the nr value for any question. Ni value is simple, and nx value, just look at the support, note down the support condition. So I think, so that is the thing. Okay.
Sorry, if in this question both link and internal hinge will be there, then NR will be 3.
Hinge is there, you have to add, no, like first question we have discussed, no, the hinge means again you will get another, like first question there was two hinge as well as in this question, no.
that link it will be 2 and internal hinge it will be 1.
Yeah, so here it will be 1, NR is 1, here it will be 2, so total value NR is 1 plus 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to take like that.